Hey there guys, how you doing? Today I wanted to talk a little bit about university. So it's getting to the point in the year where some of you are getting ready to move into university to begin your exciting student adventure. And as someone who's about to start the second year of university, I really want to just give you a few tips and give you an idea on what to expect before you begin the best years of your life. And honestly, they are the best years of your life. So let's get to it. The biggest question is what you need. Pretty much fuck all, to be honest. So you're going to want bedding, you're going to want a couple of clothes, like washing up stuff, so like toothpaste, toothbrush, liquid, soap, toilet paper. Food is an interesting one because in a sense if you've got a lot of travelling to do, it's definitely a good idea to bring some with you, but at the same time, especially if you're going to be living in halls of residence, going out with your flatmates to buy food on like the first day when you all meet each other is kind of a really good way to get to know each other in your town. So that's something I kind of highly recommend. So I wouldn't worry about bringing food and just sort of like on your day of arrival. You don't need kettles, ovens, clothes dryers, iron boards, irons, nothing like that. Most of the stuff that you need to live with, tools and things like that, are provided by university. You'll need like cutlery, wooden spoons, plates and that, but honestly, it's not much at all. I did my uni shopping for about 45 quid, which is pretty good. And like, if you go online, there's so many like packages that you can get which will have everything you need, you know, to live as a student, which I would highly recommend getting a hold of. And the day you're a student, you want to save money. And maybe something that's quite nice is to bring kind of memories from home as well. Like on that wall behind me there, I'm in student accommodation right now, by the way. That's got a few photos and certificates and stuff from home which kind of remind you a little bit about home. And then the first thing I did when I got here was I went out and I brought a load of fairy lights, as you can see, just to make it a really homely environment. When you get to your accommodation, you really want to make it a homely environment because you're staying away from home after all, it can be lonely. But if you're in a room that's very you, then that's something that will really help you settle in. A lot of the time, just tendency people don't want you putting fairy lights on the wall, and they say in your agreement, don't put fairy lights, don't get candles and that kind of stuff. But to be honest, they don't check, they don't visit. So there's like a 99% chance you're going to get away with doing so anyway. I would highly recommend. What about partying? Partying is a really interesting one. You're young, you're free, you get to do life your way for the first time in your life. So I think it's really important to be free and enjoy yourself while you do it. But I think consideration is important as well. When you get to meet people, not everyone you meet is going to want to party. Some will be studious, some will want to learn. So if you're living with someone like that, don't throw a party in the fire or just piss them off. And when you go to uni, you make like the best friends of your life. That's just how it works. And you don't want to set that terrible impression by throwing a party on your first day of arrival. If someone wants to throw a party at a place where it's okay, then that's cool. But only do it if you know it's something all of you people you're living with would absolutely approve with. It's much better to go out, explore the town, go to the beach, go to some city landmarks, go to a pub or what together or a restaurant. Stuff like that is so much better. Next is it scary? The scariest thing, I think, is meeting new people. But I'd say the key thing about that is just remembering that everybody kind of feels the same way. Everybody who's moving into university is just as nervous to meet one another. So the best thing is just go out. If you've got like a group chat, of course, which you probably do, it's 2021, and someone says, anyone want to meet up? Go and meet up. Your best thing to do is to meet up as soon as you can before everyone knows each other. Most people are accepting and will get to know you anyway later on, but it takes up a lot of pressure if you're getting to know people earlier on when everyone's kind of feeling just as anxious and nervous. And honestly, that's a perfectly normal feeling to expect. But just be yourself, don't be someone you're not. The people you meet at university are going to be your friends for life, I can tell you that right now. So make sure that you see the real you. Don't pretend to be someone you're not, like probably did in secondary school and maybe even college, I know I did. But that's just a massive no-no, just be you. And people, we're adults now, we're accepting and they'll accept you for who you are. And they'll probably find it quite interesting as well. Money is hard. Even student finance is literally terrible. If you get full student finance, which I think is like £10,000 this year, your average house of residence is literally going to cost you nearly £7,000 for the year. So that's £3,000 for a year, which is a crazy amount of money. It was no good for me. I spent all my money in the first month and I had to get a job while I was down here. And so I kind of don't do that, by the way. If you get a job, don't work more than you think you can. I got quite excited because I thought, yeah, I'm going to make so much money. I've never had this much money before because I had loads of money for my finance and I felt good having £3,000 in my account and I kind of wanted to keep it that way. And so I did loads of work to do that, so I had lots of money, which was great. I really had any financial struggles this year, but it really does summit your coursework. and it holds you back. It held me back so much. I failed 3 of my assignments this year, and so I had to do them again. That's another thing that people get concerned about is failure. At the end of the day, when you go to university, you're paying for a service. It's not like school. If you fail, you're not gonna get a detention. You're not gonna kick you out. You'll just be offered a chance to resubmit in the summer, and if you do bad in the summer, then you just do it again in the following year, and you just keep paying to do it and do it again until you finally get it right. And usually when you kind of get to the point, it's the start of your second year and you're redoing your stuff from first year again. At that point, you don't want to be doing it, you want to be moving forward, so that kind of motivates you to keep feeding back again in touch to make sure what you complete is of a past standard. So it's highly unlikely that you're going to do it beyond that point anyway. But failure is definitely no need for concern. Because the lectures are there to help you at the end of the day, and that's really important as well. Reach out to your lecturers. University, it's not like school. They're not gonna come to you to check on you if you're sat quietly on the computer in your lesson. They're going to think you're busy, not that you don't want to ask for help. That was a big problem. I did not want to ask for help, and that held me back. I've always been insanely stubborn. It's like, I don't want to ask for help. Everyone else is doing really well or look really stupid. But like, you're here to learn. That's really important. You paid £9,250, which you got to pay back one day. So use that money and use the experience and knowledge that lecturers have to push you forward to achieving your goals. I think that's really, really important. Ask for help and work hard on what you want, but live in it all. Don't obsess with work. University coursework is another thing. Is not that tense. You spend about 2.5 days in a classroom at best, so it's really not a lot, to be honest. And you can do your assignment a week before it's due. I've been there. It wasn't particularly pressureful. It's usually something you can do the week before the deadline, so you got all that free time spare. The problem is when you do it the week before, you don't get time to feedback, and if you fail, you can't find out why you failed until you get resubmissions, and it just holds you back from moving forward. So although you can procrastinate, there is time. Don't do it, because I think it's really important to ask for help and to make sure you're taking in what you're learning, because that's what you paid £9,250 to do after all. So yeah, live in the present and be young and just enjoy life a little bit. Go and try new stuff you've never done before. If there's a climbing society, you can climb. Even if you hate heights, face your fears. It's a really great way to meet people. When people see that you're trying to work on yourself and you want to better, they learn to respect you, and it makes them want to be your friend. When you're at university, not everyone gets into university. It's only really the select few that get into university. You got to have some form of growth mindset and prosperity to actually get into university in the first place. So the people around you are very like-minded individuals, and they'll be impressed, to see that you're going out and you're pushing yourself. So try loads of new things. When it gets to illegal stuff, maybe don't try illegal stuff, because if you get a criminal record, the university can kick you out for that, and then you've wasted your money, you've lost your respect, you lost your friends. So yeah, be adventurous, try stuff, push yourself, but don't do anything stupid. Don't you go for a night out, have a good time, but don't end up regretting it. But again, everyone tends to look after each other. If you're having a party with your friends and you are absolutely based, the chances are there'll be someone in your friend group who's a bit more with it and isn't as absolutely to make sure you get home safely, and will encourage you to slow down. It's a very diverse community. You get people from all different parts of the world with different ways of doing things and different personalities. So as long as when you're going out and you're with a good group of people, then you're gonna be alright, to be honest. So yeah, that's just a few things to kind of bear in mind before you leave the university. I really hope this has helped some of you, and you're more than welcome to get in touch with me. I've done it already. I'm happy to help. Leave a comment below with any questions or concerns you might have. We're all on the same journey, so it's really important to be there for each other and help each other out. So yeah, please do just get in touch. And good luck for your future. I hope you have a great course. I hope you meet some great people. And yeah, just be yourself. Literally, that's like the key word. Work hard, be yourself, and live while you're young. Alright, see ya.